Hello dear students of class 11th. Class 11th, this is very important and useful video for you. In this video, I will be teaching you some important methods of determining molecular masses of substances. When I talk about certain methods, so immediately in my mind, four methods they come. Let us see the names of those four methods. The first one is molar volume method. Second is Reynolds method. Third is diffusion method. And fourth is the method which is based on the help of ideal gas equation. So let us understand all these methods one by one. So here we are going to study the first method, which is known as molar volume method. As the name suggests, and I know some of you will immediately understand what is going to happen in this method. Yes, dear student, it is based on the molar volume relationship, which you already know. We all know that 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies 22.4 liter volume. All right. We all know about this thing. And what is 1 mole? 1 mole of any substance has mass is equals to its gram molecular mass. So this simple relation, these two simple statements only you are supposed to keep in your mind for this method, which is named as molar volume method. Alright, now we can say that 22.4 liter volume is occupied by any gas at, or a gas, if I write a gas at STP has mass is equals to gram molecular mass. So this is the ultimate relation which we get to know, and this method is based on this ultimate relation, that 24 liter volume is occupied by a gas at STP which has mass is equals to its gram molecular mass. Alright, now let's see a simple numerical to understand this method. Now suppose we have this numerical, the volume occupied by 0.32 gram of a gas at STP is 224 ml. Then calculate the molecular mass of the gas. See, it is very easy. Now we can say that 224 ml of a gas at STP weighs is equals to 0.32 gram. Alright, so since we know that 22.4 liter of a gas at STP has mass equals to its molecular mass, so on the same basis we can say, so 22400 ml, which is equals to 22.4 ml, 4 liter. Since here volume given to us is in ml, so I have converted 22.4 liter into ml. So 22,400 ml of the same gas at STP will have weight equals to its gram molecular mass, so which will be equals to 0.32 upon 224 multiplied by 22400. So when you solve, you will get the answer 32 grams. So gas will have molecular mass how much? 32 gram. I hope this method is clear to you. Now let us move on to the second method. The second method is Reynolds method, and you are familiar with this method. You must be thinking how we are familiar with this method. So dear students, in class 10th, you were knowing about a relationship of the molecular mass and vapor density. So this method is based on that relation of molecular mass and the vapor density of a substance. We know molecular mass of any substance is equals to 2 into its vapor density. So if one knows about the vapor density of the substance, can calculate its molecular mass. Now question comes, what is vapor density of a substance? So we know vapor density of any substance can be calculated using a formula. What is the formula? Formula is equals to mass of a known volume of the gas at particular temperature and pressure divided by mass of same volume of hydrogen gas at same temperature and pressure. So the ratio of these masses will be equals to the vapor density of the substance. Alright, now it's time to move on to the third method. Third method is diffusion method. This diffusion method is based on a very, very important law. The name of the law is Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion of gases. Alright, this law was proposed to study about the rate of diffusion of gases. So according to this law, I'll write the law here. See, this is the statement of the law. At constant temperature and pressure, the rate of the diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. Let us assume small r as the rate of the diffusion of the gas and its density is d. So according to this statement, r is directly proportional to 1 upon root of d. That's what as per the statement, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density. Alright, so suppose R1 and R2 are two rates of diffusion of two different gases. Say this is gas 1 and this is gas 2. So according to the Graham's law of diffusion, we can write the formula R1 upon R2 is equals to square root of d2 upon d1, because rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to density. Alright, and we have recently seen in the method 2, Regnolds method, that molecular mass is equals to 2 into vapor density. Alright, or density simply. So density is equals to molecular mass divided by 2. So we can replace density here using this formula. So on that basis, what formula we get here? We can write it is equals to m2 upon m1, because 2 will be cancelled out. So this way we get the formula for the method, diffusion method. So if we know the rates of diffusion of two gases or any one gas, and we can calculate its molecular mass using this particular method. Now it's time for the next method. The fourth and the last method is ideal gas equation. See, dear students, you have studied about the Boyle's and the Charles law. So let's simply quickly revise those two laws related to the gaseous state. According to the Boyle's law, if you remember, you studied this in class 9th. Boyle's law says that volume and pressure are inversely proportional at constant temperature. Alright, for a given for the fixed mass of a gas. And Charles' law, for the fixed mass of a gas, its volume is directly proportional to the absolute temperature, provided that the pressure of the gas is constant. Alright, and then we studied about Avogadro law. Avogadro law says, according to the Avogadro's law, what we have studied, that volume is directly proportional to N. What is N? N is the moles of gas provided that temperature and pressure both are constant. Alright, so if we correlate all these three equations, then we get the relation. We can write these three laws together in the form V is directly proportional to N T upon P. Alright, now I'll write it once again here. Now see here, alright. So I can say that PV is directly proportional to NT if I remove this proportion sign. So we introduce a proportionality constant which is R. NRT. R. What is this R? R is gas constant. And this equation is popularly known as ideal gas equation. Alright, I will make a separate video to give you a detailed study of this ideal gas equation. This was a quick and short way to produce this ideal gas equation, where what is P? P is the pressure of the gas, V is the volume of the gas, N is the number of moles, R is gas constant, and T is temperature. The value of the gas constant depends upon the units of pressure, volume and temperature. Alright, if volume is in liter, pressure is in atm, temperature is in Kelvin, the value of R is 0.0821 liter atm per Kelvin per mole. Alright, clear? So if you change the units of the volume, pressure, then definitely the value of R will change. Now what is N? As we know, number of moles is equals to W upon M. What is W? W is mass of a substance, M is its molecular mass. So I can substitute this value of N in the ideal gas equation. So we can write PV is equals to W upon MRT, where what is M? Remember, this is molecular mass. So this way we can make use of ideal gas equation in this form to calculate molecular mass of a substance. Alright, I hope all these methods students are understood by all of you.